Alright, so we're here bleeding the brakes on the Z06. I have a motive brake bleeder, so we can do this by pressuring the master cylinder. First thing we're going to do is suck the old fluid out of the master cylinder, and then we're going to put some new ATE Type 200 in, and then I'm going to redo the brakes on this car. But let's suck the fluid out right now. Alright, so after you suck the old fluid out, refill with new fluid. This is Type 200 ATE. Before you bleed the brake, for the one-man bleed, you're going to need to attach a pressure bleeder and pump it up. So this just goes right on there like that, locks in place and seals. And then you have a pressure gauge here. I go to about 10 to 15 psi. Okay, we're at 15 psi. Let's go bleed these brakes. So we're going to start at the rear passenger wheel. On the rear caliper, your bleeder nipple is in the back, right here. You can see the rubber cap, it comes off, and then you attach your hose right there. We got a bleeder hose, and we have a container to feed the fluid into. So you put the bleeder hose on the nipple. This was kind of a tight fit. Alright, so I got a 10 millimeter here, and that seemed to fit the thing pretty well. So we're going to loosen it up. Watch the fluid come out. There it goes. So what we're looking for is clean fluid. Looks like there's a lot of air bubbles in here. So we're just going to keep this going until we get the clean fluid coming out. Once this comes out with clean fluid, which is it's looking like it's coming out right now with clean fluid, we're going to close it back up and move over to the driver's side. And I realized there are two separate bleeding orders for the Corvette. If you have an older C5 Corvette, 97 to 2000, you have a different bleeding order than the owners who have a 2001 to 2004. And so instead of showing you just one way, I'm going to put up a list. You can follow this list for bleeding your Corvette. Okay, so that is the order that you follow for your brake bleeding procedure. Now here is what the front brake caliper looks like. Okay, so here we can see the clean fluid coming through. This is on the front brakes. The bleeder nipple is right there on the top of the caliper. Now you know what that looks like. You have the bleeding order. And so a couple more tips for bleeding your brakes. So make sure that your fluid in your master cylinder does not go below the minimum mark, because then you can get air in your lines. Then you have to redo the whole bleeding procedure. Also, do not over torque your bleeder nipples. The torque on bleed nipples is very light, usually about 8 foot-pounds. That's basically it. Sorry for the disorganized video. That's the way that it came out. So it is what it is. Make sure that you enjoy your car, and thank you for watching.